Hello lovers, it's Magda K here and welcome to my channel where we discuss everything related to intimacy, relationships, love and sex. And today we'll be talking about how to deepen experience with other people so you can actually feel more intimacy in the relationships that you have in your life. So this is something that I have seen with myself, and I spoke to a lot of people, and basically so many of us complain that you meet people and you're not going deep enough, that the conversations end up quite superficial. A lot of small talk, but you're missing the essence. You really want to go deeper and you just don't understand why it's so hard. So in this video, I will share with you 5 simple ways how to go deeper in a conversation with another person. Now, these tips can be used also for your intimate partner. So if you are in a relationship, you will be able to implement these 5 ways to really deepen the conversations and interactions that you have with your beloved. But this is also a great thing to use when you go out, when you're in the gym or in a cafe and you just want to talk to someone, but you don't want to have this superficial small talk that doesn't really lead to anything. So approaching conversation, approaching people with these 5 tips in mind will actually allow you to connect on a deeper level, which opens possibility for a date or maybe a relationship. So this is what we'll be discussing in today's video. But first, my love, I wanted to remind you that my first book, No More Faking It, is available to order. It's available on Amazon in paperback, hardcover, of course, Kindle, ebook, and audiobook. So if you want to get a copy, check the link in the description of this video and start reading. And another great exciting news that I wanted to share with you is that we are running a 7-day free trial period for the School of Intimacy. It is our membership platform with over 50 hours of content, trainings, videos, and demonstrations for different techniques, skills, and knowledge to help you create the most fulfilling relationships. That means a relationship with your partner, but also a relationship with yourself. So the School of Intimacy is both for singles and couples, men and women. There is something for everyone because everyone can have a great intimate life no matter your relationship status. So now let's get to today's topic: how to deepen conversations with other people, how to experience more intimacy in interactions. Number 1, ask better questions. So we all know these standard questions. Hey, what's your name? Hey, where are you from? Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, what do you do? And kind of when you hear this question, you just don't want to answer. It feels like the person is not really interested in you and they're not really making any effort. Now, in some cases, this is really the reason why they are asking these questions, but quite often people just don't really know how to start a conversation. We feel a bit awkward speaking to a stranger, especially if we happen to fancy this stranger. But the whole conversation goes much better and much deeper if you ask better questions. So something that I personally love to ask, so all of my friends receive this question quite regularly from me. Instead of us asking someone, hey, what's up? How are you? I ask people, hey, what is the most exciting thing in your life right now? Then another question, instead of asking someone about their job, hey, what do? You can ask, what are you creating right now? Or what projects are you working on right now? Or what projects excite you the most in your life right now? So the way you phrase these questions seem that you are actually really interested in the answer, which invites the person to open up more and share more. And it's like a real question. You're asking them to go deep. There's no way that you can just respond to these questions, yeah, all good. So it inspires a more complex, more vulnerable, deeper conversation. That takes me to point number 2. If we have better questions, we also have to have better answers. So again, just This morning, I witnessed a conversation. I was sitting in the sauna and there was a guy next to me and then another guy came in and these two started talking and literally the conversation went like this. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Then 2 minutes of silence. And again, so everything okay? Yeah, everything okay. And with you? Yeah, same. Now, they wanted to connect, they were just missing the tool. So, like we said, better questions, but also better answers. If you just respond, yeah, all is good, then you're cutting the conversation. So this is actually something I started personally practicing many years ago. So when someone asked me, how are you? Instead of just answering on the autopilot, saying, yeah, I'm all good, I actually started taking a moment, closing my eyes, connecting to myself, and really checking in. How am I? Is everything okay? What am I really feeling in this moment? So I started honoring my truth because I realized that when I was just responding, yeah, all is fine, quite often I was gaslighting myself and that just didn't feel good. And it's really funny when someone asks me this question, hey, how are you? And maybe they don't really care about the answer because it's just a bit of polite way to say hello to someone. And then I give them this deep answer oh, I feel very excited today, or I feel a bit insecure these days. Suddenly they are shocked because they're expecting a superficial small talk, but my answer to their question pulls them deeper. And now their response to my answer is very different. So I get to also trigger a deeper conversation by how I respond even to those banal, simple questions. Number 3, and it's how you breathe. So the easiest way to calm our body and be more present is by bringing awareness to how we breathe and allow ourselves to take longer, deeper, and calmer breaths. And that really shows. Most of us breathe in a very shallow way and our body is quite tense. We can actually feel it. You may not be aware that you are tense, but your brain will pick on the fact that the person you're talking to is tense. And like I said, because we're practically all tense, imagine trying to have a deep, vulnerable conversation while you are both feeling that the other person is all contracted. So when we allow ourselves to take deeper breaths, the body relaxes and really energetically you start connecting on a deeper level. When you're tense, it's a bit like you're fighting each other and you're holding your energy very close to yourself. When you relax, your aura expands and now you will actually feel this gentle sensation of intimacy simply because your energy is more relaxed and energetically you are reaching out towards each other. That leads me to another point, and it is to be present with the person that you're talking to. So often when we have a conversation, we will start looking a little bit to the side. Imagine I'm speaking to you and then someone comes to me or whatever, they just pass by and I immediately notice that. Or I'll check my phone. Basically, I am not 100% present with the person I'm talking to. Then do you think they will want to go deep and open up to you when they feel that you're not present? So one of the best ways to invite your partner to drop into real, raw, honest conversation is by showing them, I am fully with you. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I'm not gonna cut through your very deep, vulnerable, intimate sharing because I wanna be somewhere else. You are safe here. I'm not going to abandon you. And that really allows the other person to feel safe to open up to you. But if you keep getting distracted, looking at other people, interrupting your conversation to do something else, I guarantee you that the person you're talking to will not share anything deep from their life with you. And number 5 is physical touch. Now, if we are talking about a conversation with your beloved, then of course you have freedom to touch them. But if you're talking to a stranger, we gotta be more mindful because some touch will be crossing their boundaries. So you wanna be mindful how and what you touch. Something that is always safe is the shoulder because it doesn't seem very vulnerable, but never touch their waist or anything below the waist. Never touch the neck, the hair on the head if you don't have an intimate relationship with a person, because this is very intimate in nature and can simply feel like too much, like you're not respecting their personal space. But physical touch on its own is really important. When we talk about intimacy, it is about closeness on different levels, on the energy level, emotional level, mental level, and physical level. So you want to be able to incorporate all of these levels. And if you look at all of these 5 tips that I'm sharing with you, each of them works on one or more of these levels. So it is also important to incorporate some physical touch, especially in our society where we are practically deprived of touch. We do not receive enough physical touch, and it is actually essential for overall well-being. If we're not getting enough touch, we actually get sick. So we need this. So again, this can be putting your hand on the person's shoulder. Don't keep it there for too long, but when you do touch them, be very present, like be very mindful of the fact that you are touching them. Don't feel distracted. And of course, a hug. Hugs are amazing, but once again, don't kind of like lean over the person and then feel awkward or like, pat them on their back. If you're hugging the person, be there, be in the moment. Allow yourself to relax into this hug so it actually feels good instead of awkward. So these are my 5 tips on how to take any conversation deeper, on how to go deeper with any new person that you meet, to actually be able to establish this intimate connection, see who they truly are, and again, from there, maybe go on a date. If you want to know more how to create intimacy in all of your relationships, especially with your beloved and with yourself, then make sure to check out the School of Intimacy. Like I said before, we are currently running a 7-day free trial period, so you can try the School of Intimacy for free, no risks involved. And then you can decide if you want to stay or if that was enough for you. The School of Intimacy is literally created for that, to allow you to enjoy those deep relationships, deep connections. Ultimately, it's something we all want, but we just don't necessarily know how to create this. And inside the School of Intimacy, you're going to get so many tools, so many ideas to be able to create that sense of really going deep with another person. So make sure to check the link below this video and check out the School of Intimacy. My love, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this one, and make sure to click this little bell icon so you get notified when the new video comes out. And I would also love to connect with you over at Instagram. It's Magda K Official. It's a more personal, informal contact with me, so I really would love to see you there as well. Love, hope to see you next week with the next video on my channel. Bye!